Hey guys, what's up? It's your man, Jcc2224. Anyways, I figured I would actually try something a little different today. I'm actually filming with my cell phone. I record my audio on my cell phone, but I figured I would just film with my cell phone for this video. Because I just want to talk about this collection, and I didn't want to take them all off the shelf. So I figured I would just show you the shelf and talk about all these individual figures. Because I want to talk about my 6-inch DCUC Batman collection, because it's actually one of my favorite collections ever. And it kind of breaks my heart that 6-inch DC is basically dead. I was really hoping McFarlane would pick up 6-inch, but that doesn't seem to be the case. But there may be a few figures from McFarlane that I might end up getting. Say if they make a Bane that isn't super massive, that'll probably scale with these, I might get that. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this collection. It is a mix. Not everything is Mattel DCUC. There's some Mattel DC superheroes. There's some DC icons. There's some DC multiverse. There's even a DC Collectibles Batman and TMNT Ra's al Ghul there, and I'll talk about that. I'm not really going to talk about this stuff too awful much. This is kind of 6-inch stuff that really isn't pertinent to the DCUC collection. We just have some 60s, some Dark Knight Returns, some DC Extended Universe, and then Keaton Batman from NECA, because that's amazing. And the the freaking, what was that called? The Batman armor. It's basically like a freaking Hulkbuster Iron Man. Oh my gosh, why am I not remembering the name right now? I might remember at some point while I'm making this video. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to talk about the DCUC stuff, because this is... I've wanted a generic Batman collection for a very long time, and I feel like I'm finally at the point where I pretty much have every character I'd really want. I don't have Black Mask. I'd like a Black Mask, but I'm not too worried about that at the moment. But anyways, let's start from left to right here. Let's talk about Catwoman first. That's one thing I'm worried about with the lighting, because it might want to make it bright with my freaking... There we go. I adjusted it. I fixed it. So this is the... I think the Gotham City multi-pack Catwoman. I like that she's purple. I was thinking about getting the black Catwoman, but I actually really like this purple one. It was not a cheap figure. I actually spent about 30 bucks on that. But I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's really nice. This is kind of like the heroes, anti-heroes kind of area here. So I really like that Catwoman. It's not the best figure ever. The head isn't that great. But articulation's pretty there. I like it. It's a pretty satisfying Catwoman. A lot of people don't like this Red Hood. I'm surprised. I actually really like the Multiverse Red Hood. I'm so happy we finally got a 6-inch scaled Red Hood. And part of it's just me happy we finally have one. It sucks his guns weren't removable. That was such a stupid idea. Oh my gosh. I did actually line the helmet with black, because I thought that would look nicer. But yeah, that's so dumb. I really do love that figure, though. It is really nice. And then it has the Jason Todd head that I just have on display down there. And then we have Azrael Batman, which is one of the best figures they ever did for DCUC, in my opinion. I love that Azrael Batman. They also did it in red, which I was thinking about getting, but I have Azrael himself in red, Jean-Paul Vallée, so I didn't really feel the need to have the red Azrael Batman as well. I actually really like that Jean-Paul Vallée, even though how they sculpted him, he's always kind of looking down. So he's not... I mean, you can see him back there, but he's not the best. And then this is the Batman Legacy Batgirl. The reason she's kind of leaning forward is because mine's hip joints are permanently frozen. You can see now her legs are kind of sticking forward. Like, pretend these are her legs. They don't want to move beyond this. Like, they will not move. They are completely frozen. So that kind of sucks, but I still really like that Batgirl. It's kind of a more modern costume, but I like Batgirl in that costume. Anyways, here's my Dick Grayson. This is Nightwing. I decided to go with the DC icons because I like the proportions more. I like the look of it more. I think it's just a really good Nightwing. I'm really happy with that one. And then I have the Alfred heads down there. For Alfred himself from Multiverse. I don't mind it that he's very tall, because Alfred's always kind of been a tall, lanky person to me ever since the 60s show, which, hey, I do have the 60s head, and I have 60s Batman, so I can do that if I want. But I really do enjoy this. I have some double-sided tape keeping the glass on there, so hopefully, there we go. And the cowl as well. It's a really good figure. I'm happy we finally got an Alfred. And then finishing off the heroes, we have Batman and Robin. I believe this is the definitive Batman currently. The DC Superheroes Batman, the blue and the gray. I really like that one, even though the head's really weird looking. Kind of gives me some Peter Weller vibes, which, hey, it's kind of funny because he voiced Batman in that thing that's right there. I think that's his name, right? Peter Weller, the guy that played RoboCop, who's right there. Haha, that's funny. But next to him, we have my choice of Tim Drake. That is Tim Drake Robin. You can tell I wanted to have this be set up so it's no Damian Wayne. Like, Tim Drake is the Robin in my era. So I have Tim Drake, Dick Grayson, and Jason Todd all represented in their, in my way, definitive forms. Because Tim Drake's probably my favorite Robin. And then going back here, we have some bigger villains. We have Clayface. I actually really like that one. I like it more than the Collect and Connect. I actually kind of like the rubbery arms he has on him. And I like the sculpt. It looks like a lot like the animated series. Then this is the DC Superheroes Bane. I don't have this because I prefer it over the DC Collect and Connect. I have it because I can't afford the DC Collect and Connect. And I got this for a pretty good price, and I will be happy with what I can get. If I can get the Collect and Connect at some point, I will happily get that and replace this, but I'll probably keep this Bane, because I actually really like this Bane figure. I love the detail. It's a really good Bane. And then, keeping back here, we have Riddler right there, which is really nice. And then we have KG Beast, which was the guy I was actually initially going to. But I was having a bit of a brain fart. I didn't remember what his name was for 1 second there. But yeah, there's KG Beast. That's actually a really good figure. I wasn't too familiar with the character before I got that, but I got it, and I'm like, you know what, man? KG Beast is sweet. I love KG Beast. And then there's the suited Riddler. Let's get his head turned a little bit. I really love the suited Riddler. It's kind of my favorite design of the character, and I figured that would be the Riddler I wanted, and that's the one I got. Let's talk about Joker and his girl Harley. Harley Quinn. Yeah, I'm kind of sick of the whole Harley thing, but hey, I was a fan of Harley Quinn before it seemed like the rest of the planet was, so I'm really happy with this. The DCUC Joker, in my opinion, is still the definitive Joker. I love the Asylum Joker, but when it comes to just being generic Joker, DCUC all the way. And the DC Icons Harley is just amazing, man. I think it scales so well. It looks so great with DCUC Joker. And I have the base, too. And you can see how she's standing there. It looks really great. I love that. Love, love, love it. And then, let's head over here. Back there we have the Scarecrow, who is kind of looking down. But I love that Scarecrow. I love that Scarecrow. It's such a good figure. I think that's the Batman toy line version, not the DC Superheroes. Because mine actually has the springing waist. Because the DC Superheroes version, they cut that out, which is interesting. Then right there we have Two-Face. I would like the white and black one, but I'll take this one for the same reasons why I'm happy with my Bane. I'm just happy to have a Two-Face. I don't have an orange and purple Two-Face. I do have a couple other different white and blacks. So I'm happy with this, but I would prefer it in white and black. But still pretty good figure, though. Proportions a little odd, but I like the sculpt. I like Two-Face with crazy hair on his crazy side instead of being bald. So I really like that. Then we have Man-Bat, which is perhaps one of the best DCUC, DC Superheroes figures. I think that's the DC Superheroes version right there. Because I think the DCUC was white, if I'm not mistaken. So I love that thing. The sculpt is beautiful on that. Then going forward here, we have Deathstroke, which is very rare, and I'm very grateful to have it. I love this Deathstroke. I got it for a very low price that I would say if I wanted to rub it in your face. I want to rub it in your face. I only got it for $10. So, yeah, Deathstroke, a.k.a. Slade, if you're like me and grew up with Teen Titans. That was a must-get for me. And then Penguino. It's a penguin. Hell yeah, penguin. He didn't like holding his umbrella, so I have a rubber band that's starting to yellow, because rubber bands do that. I really love DCUC Penguin. He's really nice looking. I really like him. I like the head sculpt. It's a little goofy, but it feels like Penguin to me, man. I like this. I really do. And then, this is actually the most recent edition of the collection. DCUC Deadshot. I wanted a Deadshot. I don't know why. I just felt like he was something I was missing in my collection. So I just got DCUC Deadshot yesterday. And he's the reason I wanted to make this video, actually. I'm very happy with it. I think he looks really great next to Slade. I think he really helps grow the collection, and I like him a lot. Killer Moth! Killer Moth! Oh my gosh, I love him. He was one of the very first ones I got in this collection. I'm not even joking. I love Killer Moth so much. He's such a meme. He's such a meme of a character, and I love him so much for that. He's such a loser, but he still kind of manages to look cool. He's like one of the nobodies in the Marvel Universe, but he's a Batman villain. I love him so much. Anyways, last little group here. We have the Mattel 6-inch line Mr. Freeze. I do have the like DC Superheroes Mr. Freeze, the really big, beefy, chunky one. And the reason I replaced that with this is because they're literally the same height. Mr. Freeze, the only options we have are short. And I just like the look of this one more. For now, Mr. Freeze is just a short character in my collection. He's just a short guy. But that's okay. You know, not everyone's tall. He's still taller than Penguin, so that's something. But yeah, that's a pretty good figure. It's not the best. It's definitely a budget figure, but it's decently articulated. Then we have one of the last multiverse figures, the Poison Ivy. I'd like the Signature Collection one instead, but you know what? I actually really like the Multiverse Ivy. Kind of has the classic animated series look, classic comic look. I like that. It's gone really deep on clearance, though. And then, kind of finishing it off, we have Multiverse Batman Beyond, which is really great. I think it's a lot better than the DCUC proportion-wise, look-wise. I know the muscle structure is not perfectly anatomically correct. Anatomically? I don't think that's a word. Anatomically. There we go. That's the proper word. I swear I'm not a dumb. But yeah, I really like it. The accessories are kind of lame. They're just reuses of the... what was that line called? DC... Total Heroes. Reuses of those Total Heroes pieces. But it's still a good figure. And then we have... see, the reason I have the Batman vs. TMNT race here is because I got that set because I wanted the Shredder. There's the spot for all my movie turtle stuff that hasn't been on the shelf yet. I got that for the Shredder, and I just saw this race, and I'm like, you know what? It scales. It doesn't look too out of place, and I like this costume way more than the suit costume that the DC Signature Collection one has. So for now, I don't really have a problem with seeing this race on the shelf. Don't kill me, I'm sorry. Then back there we have This is Katana! Her sword traps the souls of its oh, I'm sorry, it's the wrong figure. This is Katana! Her sword traps the soul... I'm sorry, that's the worst movie line of all time. But yeah, that's the Multiverse Katana. Let's just go over here. It's actually a really good one. It was good enough for me to keep. I was thinking about selling it, but you know what? Hey, she's kind of a Batman character. You know, she kind of fits. I like it. Notice how there's no non-Batman characters on here. This is all Batman stuff, baby. And then Killer Croc. Giant Collect and Connect Killer Croc right over there. Kind of contrasting with that armored Batman that I still don't remember the name of the armor. I guess I'm not going to remember tonight. There's the... oh my gosh, I feel like it just popped in my head and it left. There's... Thrasher Suit Batman. I knew I would remember. Anyways, there we go, guys. That's pretty much my DC 6-inch Batman collection. There's one other little area. If we go down here, there's Multiverse. That'll be a separate video. Down here, I just kind of have some rejects. I have a couple other Killer Crocs. I have a couple DCUC body Batmans, kind of some classic ones. I have the very tiny Icons. He's so tiny. And then I have Red Robin. That came in that wave. Aren't Beetleborgs so cool? They're so shiny. I like them. But yeah, there we go. There is my 6-inch DCUC Multiverse Batman collection. Hope you guys enjoyed taking a look as much as I enjoyed showing you. I really love this collection. It's so cool. So let me know. Do you collect... oh my gosh. Let's get that back down. So do you collect 6-inch DC, or are you going 7-inch? You going McFarlane stuff now? Let me know. I might get that Hellbat when I see it. I think he might kind of fit in next to Thrasher Suit. I'm so happy I remembered that. Like, I have Thrasher Suit here. He's a 7-inch figure, but he's big freaking Hulkbuster like Iron Man. Hulkbuster like Batman. He kind of fits on the shelf. And Michael Keaton Batman kind of fits too. I can kind of fudge him. So yeah, there we go. Let me know if you collect these, if you like them. I don't really do anything other than Batman for DC or DCUC. I really love this collection, though. So there we go, guys. That's pretty much it. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my Facebook page, social media links, and P.O. Box address down in the description below. Let me know what you thought about the phone. If you think the phone might be a pretty good alternative way to film things, it will never be the definitive go-to because I paid $200 for that camera, but let me know if the phone kind of worked out decently. You can see right here it's very bright, and then I have to tap on it and then lower the brightness to actually get it looking good. But hey, it looks good. It looks good. Just a little test here on a video that isn't too high priority. So there we go. Have a good day. See you later. Ta-ta. Let's, ooh, there we go. That's going to need some work. See ya.